The generally accepted age for wearing lipstick is about 14.
Okay, so the general accepted age back then to wear lipstick was the age of 14, which isn't the case nowadays. Nowadays we have children makeup, so it's not a big deal anymore. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Haja, and in today's video we're going to follow a vintage makeup tutorial from the 1960s. I'm a fan of vintage makeup looks and fashion styles, so I thought to try this tutorial out and see how makeup instructions back then were and how this makeup look of the 1960s would look on us today. So let's get started. Okay guys, I'm going to apply my vintage makeup from the 1969s together with the instructions of this lady.
Take advantage of what's there.
Take advantage of what's there. That means basically enhance your natural beauty. Okay, so at first she gives us some theory, which is not so important at the moment. She starts with applying foundation. I'm using the L'Oreal Perfect Match in the shade 3W Golden Beige. She says work the foundation from the center of your face, which we today also do, but we don't do it with our fingers, but I'm going to do it. This is, by the way, how my mom and my grandma and others did it as well.
While a reddish skin can be toned down.
Okay, she's a little too fast, so I'm going to speed up a little. To be honest with you guys, it just doesn't feel nice on the fingers when applying foundation with your fingers. Other than that, I think it actually looks nicer on the skin. It's all because of the warmth of the finger. I really think it sounds so therapeutic to me, the way she talks, just the video and the vibes. It just, you know, just one of those videos or television programs where you can sleep to. It was kind of like ASMR to us back then. It's just soothing. I don't know, something about it. If you agree with me, comment down below. I don't know how to explain this kind of feeling about this sound. Okay, she says to blot off the foundation with some tissue. I didn't expect that, to be honest, but yeah, I had excess product on my skin.
Dark circles under the eyes are often caused by not enough sleep and lack of iron.
She explains that dark under circles come from lack of sleep and iron, which is true, but this is too basic. But okay, nowadays I guess we all know why we have them, and we know what to do about them, but the lady doesn't say how to correct them. She instead just gives us some information on how to prevent them, which is useful but not helpful if you want immediate results. So she applies a concealer, which she calls highlighter. So this is the concealer I'm going from. It's from Maybelline Fit Me, my favorite one for every day. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. She says that the concealer should be 2 to 3 shades brighter than our foundation.
Highlighting cream. Blush is applied.
Okay, she's a little too fast. She's already applying the blush. Okay, so I'm applying my concealer. She didn't apply it on the lid, but I mean, you have to. This is how she did it. She blended it around her eyes like so. But to be honest with you, her concealer just looked like a highlighter, a creamy highlighter. But because of the colors in this video, I just can't guess what the texture really was and how pigmented it was. I think we all agree that makeup products definitely improved their formulas. Okay,
A good
so
rule to
this
follow
is
is never
basically
let blush
my
come
concealer.
nearer
Everything
the
with
nose
fingers
than an
feels so heavy
imaginary
and dirty on my
line
fingers.
dropped vertically from the center of the eye. Blush should be applied from the center of the cheek outward and up into the temples.
Okay, so she's talking about blush, but she's using the term contour at the same time. So I'm assuming that back then they did contour their faces with blush. But as you can see, the shade she's using is not a flashy color like red or pinks or oranges. I think it's more of, what do you call this color? Brown? A brownish blush. I have this here on this palette by BH Cosmetics. We apply the blush from the outer cheek area towards our temples. Basically like we would apply our bronzer. Okay.
Can also be used for contouring. Example, a tone 3 shades darker than the foundation can be used to point up a cheekbone.
Okay, so she mentions that you can use blush for contouring as well to define your facial features. And the lady is doing so by going with the brush downwards, like so. I don't get this move. But yeah, basically I think this move would be correct. Going downwards with the contouring will not look good on you. It will slim down your face, which is not a nice thing. Okay, now for the powder, we should use translucent powder, which I'm a huge fan of. I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, my favorite one. Okay, I don't have a powder puff, guys. I just have brushes and a cotton pad, which I'm going to use. Her powder puff looks like a cotton pad, by the way, so I think it doesn't matter. Or I just use the brush. Come on.
The simplest powder to use is a colorless, translucent
The simplest powder to use, a colorless translucent powder.
A tuft of cotton that can be thrown away is the best powder puff to use.
Okay, she truly uses cotton pads for applying the translucent powder.
Brush away excess with downward strokes.
Okay, so she applies the powder first, like so.
Eyebrows frame the eye and focus interest on them. They are
Okay,
also important.
eyebrows frame the eye and focuses interest on
Eyebrows
them.
can make a nose seem longer. To remove straggly brows, lubricate them with Vaseline or baby oil.
Pointy brows makes the nose look longer. Okay, I didn't realize that. I always thought eyebrows play a huge role in how connected they are or how wide apart they are when it comes to the nose. Okay, she says we should apply baby oil on them to make them like more round shaped, I guess.
With tweezers.
Okay, so this was a makeup routine, removing your brow hair. Okay, so
Never pluck eyebrows further than the line, even with the inside corner.
okay, this is a really good information. Never pluck your eyebrows like shorter than the wing of your nose. It should be at this height, which is true. This is the golden rule.
Be done under the brow and never above it. The color of your eyebrow pencil.
Okay, she says pluck the eyebrow under the eyebrow and not above it. That's true. You should always do that because it will give you your natural shape and not a new shape.
The color of your eyebrow pencil should be as close as possible to your natural color. Only the darkest brunettes should use a black pencil. The highest point of the arch should be a straight line from the outer edge of the iris. The tapered end of the brow should form a straight line past the outer corner of the eye to the side of the nostril.
Okay, so she says the highest point, basically your arc, should be in the direction of the end of your iris, which is correct. Mine is it. And you should just follow the shape to achieve this natural looking shape. And when you come close to the end of your brow or your tail of the brow, then you should basically not go longer than the outer edge of your eyes, which is also true. This is basically the golden rule when it comes to brow shaping.
Blend pencil strokes in
Okay, she mentions that we should blend the strokes, which I basically did automatically because I'm used to it, to blend in the harsh line of the strokes you have applied.
If mascara applied to lashes would complete the well-groomed eye and is sufficient eye makeup for the early teens.
Okay, mascara would complete our eye makeup and is very sufficient, which I agree to completely.
However, if you wish to give more attention to the eye,
Yes, I
you
do.
use the following procedure. A lid highlight with a creamy pale shade is flattering to most eyes.
Okay, so next she talks about a lid highlight, which I assume should be an eye base primer or a concealer, which is illuminating, like has a little shimmery effect, which I don't have. That is why I'm using a creamy eyeshadow by Marc Jacobs. And I'm going to apply it all over my lid like she does. She does it, by the way, with her finger. Hers is more creamy.
Never wear bright, obvious evening colors.
Okay, so she says never wear obvious evening colors. I think she means for the day you shouldn't go for black or too dark brown.
For contour and emphasis, a taupe or brown shade is placed into the lid crease.
Okay, to create depth and contour for the eyes, you should apply your darker shade in the crease fold, like we would do it nowadays. Nothing special. She uses an applicator brush with a sponge, but I don't have it. I only have brushes with bristles. I have one with a dense bristle by Alpha Makeup. I'm going to use this instead. So for the mauve and brown shade she talked about, I'm going to use this shade by Huda Beauty's new nude palette. It's called Raw. And I'm going to apply it like in my crease fold. She does only sweeping motions with her sponge brush. That's what you could do in the past only, by the way.
A dark shadow on the lid.
Okay, so in the next step she introduces the different eye shapes and how to apply eyeshadow on them to enhance them the best way possible.
The eyes seem more prominent. The three pairs of eyes are exactly the same distance apart. These eyes seem to be closer. The effect was achieved by concentrating the shadow towards the nose and by bringing the eyebrows closer together. Here, the illusion of widely spaced eyes is created by placing the shadow and brows outward and far apart. A gleam of pearly white or beige.
Oh guys, I don't know why this is so therapeutic to me.
The bone structure.
I just saw that this video has a hashtag called ASMR, and I agree, this is just like ASMR back then in 1969.
Eyeliner is used to make the lashes seem longer. There should be
Okay, eyeliner is used to make the lashes seem longer. I think she means the lash line, because yeah, that is what we do nowadays. We enhance our lash line to make them look more dense and full.
no hard, obvious line.
No hard obvious lines, which I like. She uses a gel eyeliner. I'm using a regular dip-in eyeliner by Sense Cosmetics. She says you shouldn't use black if you're not a dark type of person, because that will look too harsh on your eyes, which I agree, by the way. And that is why I really love brown eyeliners.
Worn by girls with very black hair.
Okay, black should be worn for girls with very black hair. Yeah.
Flattering shade for blondes or brunettes, as black adds harshness to the eye.
Okay, she didn't go for a wing, but I'm going for a small wing here because I think it looks nice, and I remember back then they did wear winged eyeliners. Next step is mascara.
Mascara makes lashes look longer and fuller.
Mascara makes the eyelashes fuller and longer, I agree. And then she adds that
No amount of eye makeup will help if your eyes are drowsy and lackluster. To be wide-eyed and alert, a full measure of sleep is necessary. The right food definitely relates to the clearness and sparkle of your eyes. Vitamin A and plenty of water are essential for this.
that no amount of eye makeup can make your eyes look beautiful if you don't work on yourself from within. Like, give yourself good food and drink plenty of water and sleep. You know, the problem is many think that with makeup they can basically vanish everything on their face and make magic happen, but this is not the case, guys. I have worked at Sephora, and I had clients coming to me talking about the best foundation that would give them a clear, beautiful, smooth skin. And I was like, you have to first work on your skin, and first you should basically start from within by having a good diet and drinking enough water, because this is the basics. You should know it and you should emphasize it in your life, and you should apply it into your life. And then you should go buy some expensive skincare products, because that is the first thing you need to do instead of buying the most expensive foundation out there. And then you should buy makeup that is like more on the higher end. Yeah, that is something I really believe in, and I agree to what this lady says. It's true. This is how you basically achieve a flawless makeup look, by working on your skin before applying the makeup.
After the mascara, separate the lashes with a clean brush.
I'm using a lash groomer by Real Techniques to separate my lashes. Okay, this is exciting to know.
On the table, supporting the chin with one hand while steadying the action with your drawing hand. Start from the center of the upper lip, drawing a smooth curve to the outer corner.
Okay, to apply lipstick, we should place our elbow on a steady surface and apply it with a lip brush, which I actually agree, because when you apply colors like red back then, which was a favorite color, you should apply it with a lip brush, or apply a lip liner first and then apply the lipstick, because that way you have a nice contour without the lipstick bleeding in to your skin. And this is something I really admire, this piece of information. I'm using the Mangrover lipstick by MAC. As you can see, I finished it up. I just love the shade. So I'm doing it the way she does it. She places her elbow on the table, and then she takes her fingers to stretch her skin downwards, and then apply her lipstick. I mean, you don't need to do this move. It's good if you have wrinkles around your lips and you want to straighten the skin to be able to apply your lipstick better.
Remember,
Blot the excess, like always. Important step. If you do apply red lips, you should blot your lips. That way you don't get the product on your teeth.
lips need protection as well as the skin.
So for a softer look, you can use lip gloss. I'm going to top my lipstick with lip gloss. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Cheeky. We're basically done. At the end, the lady just described how to apply your lipstick if you have different kind of lip shapes. But we skip that because it's good information, but yeah, we don't need to follow this because we only have one lip shape. Yeah, other than that, she tells us not to squeeze our pimples if we have problematic skin, otherwise it will look worse, and we shouldn't use a lot of makeup layers to cover it because it just won't look good as well, which I absolutely agree to. I think you shouldn't go and apply a thick layer of makeup if you have problematic skin. It just looks way more worse than before because at the end of the day it will just crease around the impurities of the skin and it will start to look cakey. That is why I agree with her 100%. Just to look like more 1960s style, I have ordered a set with some jewelry and head accessory to wear just to go with the vibe. Thank you for watching this tutorial. What are your thoughts of the makeup techniques and styles back then? Comment down below. I think this tutorial was very simple to follow, and as a beginner you can learn a few new things. If you've enjoyed this video and want more tutorials like these, then make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to not miss out on every week's upload. Bye bye!